Hi, this is one of the High Priests of Khonshu, Ray, from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're proud members of the collective, and you're listening to one of the collective members, the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comic Capers episode 7. Gotta laugh so you don't cry, because the last episode of Bendis Watch 2018. I am Phil, and joining me on a toasty 4th of July is...
Hey, y'all, it's Lil Hellfire. If you hear random Americas or, like, Party in the USA, don't even worry about it.
That's what the Canadians think she wants.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bendis, Man of Steel number 6.
Good riddance and goodbye.
Well, Bendis ain't going anywhere.
Well, this did not deserve to be entitled Man of Steel Volume 2. I'm sorry.
If I was Byrne,
I would be very offended.
This could have been in the regular book, but...
This totally should have been Superman number 1 through 6.
We held out hope that Bendis could turn it around, and...
We did find out, and I guess he is shipping them off like we suspected.
For the summer vacation, spoiler alert.
That'll last 2 years, or whenever he leaves.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's Bendis time, so I mean, their summer vacation could last until this time next year.
Or whenever he leaves the book, which I said, at this point, where they're putting ads on TV, smacks of desperation.
For Bendis. I thought Bendis was the...
I mean, if anybody, like, no offense to, like, who's ever out there, if Jeff Johns didn't get a commercial, if Tim Seeley didn't get a freaking commercial...
Well, that's what I'm saying. They played this off as, like, you know, when we got all those ads, oh, Bendis is coming to DC, blah, blah, blah. Okay, supposedly he's the big name. He doesn't need a commercial. The other people who work at DC need a commercial. I mean, we'll get there, but, I mean... Give a commercial to Tom King, although that's a mess anymore. But, I mean, some of these lesser-known books... Do commercials.
Batman and Superman should never, and I mean never, need an ad anywhere, period. Unless it's a movie.
Here's an idea. How about a commercial for Flash Comics during the Flash TV show?
How about instead of Infinity War commercials, we get actual DC
exactly.
Stuff? Behind the looks. Well, I guess that's what DC Universe is going to be for now. I don't know. I'm not excited for it anymore. Well, I have all the series and movies on DVD and Blu-ray already. So why do I need DC Universe?
Titans.
Arg me, mateys. I will be back in the seats in full effect by then. Come on.
I knew that was coming.
But let's just get to this Man of Steel. The thing that I loved about Byrne's Man of Steel number 6, I was not so hot on the story, but I felt like it completed his message. Mm-hmm. And I love that it ends. You know, Krypton made me super, but Earth made me human, made me the man that I am.
And it gets his...
And then essentially that is what sums up Superman in a nutshell. That last little panel, that last little statement, that is what shall always be the underlying driving message of who Superman is.
And it tied everything, you know, the Byrne thing tied everything up.
We got Mom Pa, we got a return to Smallville, we got some Lana Lang resolution, we got the little Lois, I love you, should I tell her my secret thing? You know.
We got Jor-El giving him answers kind of through the hologram thing. Oh, there's Bendis's little tie-in. Both of these issues had Jor-El.
If you really, really want to stretch it, sure.
Yeah. Well,
I will say that at least he brought in the Justice League at the end of it. He tried to make Kandor send off emotional. He tried, but ultimately, this shouldn't have been entitled Man of Steel. It just shouldn't.
The ending was very weird to me because it's like Supergirl and the Justice League, it seemed like they knew everything about Lois and where Lois and John were at. I'm like, did we miss the part where Superman explained it to him? Because wasn't everyone asking him, oh, hey, where's Lois and John? And he just like...
And I'm sorry, but Lois would not write a book about their summer adventure in another planet for book 2. That's just not... No.
If for no other reason, how can you convincingly keep a secret identity when it's like, what's Lois Lane going to write? Oh, I spent the weekend with Superman's son and father in deep space. And then John's missing, you know, this.
Either poop or get off the pot and just let Superman come out. Let's just do that then.
Superman and Batman are the big time. You want to work on Superman. You want to, you're not doing an Elseworld. You want to write the monthly book. Well, you're getting both monthly books. You're writing the monthly books. You have to work with what Superman is. And right now, Superman is Clark, Lois, and Dawn.
Married with a child.
Yes.
Which everybody freaking loves except for Bendis.
And I mean, they got the message. Remember, they tried to get rid of the marriage with New 52 and everything. And, you know, everyone voted with their wallets and said, no, we want a married Superman. And, you know, the whole Lois and Clark miniseries, it showed, you know, everyone wants him married, you know, and they have a kid. That's what we want.
Yeah. I mean, like, stop trying to, like, at this point, DC needs to just reconcile who their demographic is. You're not going to pull in these young kids right now. The older people want what we want, and we want to reflect what, for most part, is going on in, like, people that are, you know, early 30s to early 40s lives. They're married, they're with kids. They want a hero that reflects that.
And these, I don't know, for some reason, these comic companies think like marriage is like age, like make their characters seem like not as accessible, and, you know, the kids aren't.
When it's just the opposite, yeah.
And I'm just like, when I started reading Spider-Man, it was like right after he got married. I had no problem. I liked the marriage the whole time.
I like the alternate universe where he has the daughter and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean,
it's another layer to the struggle and something to juggle, and it provides a challenge for writers who are up to the task.
And again, I mean, you're not a kid, but I mean, you're not interested in getting married.
Or having kids.
And
I love Superman being married to Lois. Yes.
I was going to say, and you're a big Superman fan, and you have no problem with it. So
I love Arrow and Black Canary. I love their wedding. I think that's how you do a superhero wedding. Word to the wise for next episode. I love MJ and Pete. Yes. I love Richard and Sue. So, you know,
it gives you like a nice mix. You got married heroes, you got dating heroes, you got single heroes.
And I don't know. Like, I just don't know what he was thinking. I'm very upset. Like, I'm not gonna read Superman at all. The first issue, and that's it. Only because it was free for me.
Okay, and here's the thing. Either the whole trip with Jor-El was a bad idea, because did he even conclusively prove that Mr. Oz is actually Jor-El?
No, he did not.
So Lois and John just go off with this person claiming to be Jor-El, who we still haven't.
Maybe that's the plot twist.
That would be the first.
Superman doesn't even seem smart. Like, I can't.
That's another play from the Bendis playbook. You know, if it fits, to jam his story into the shape. If he has to make the main character stupid, that's what he does.
And then, can we just jump to the ending? Like,
what, the Candor thing?
Not the Candor thing. The kid at the fire station.
Oh Lord, is this going to be like another gangbuster thing?
Thank you. Okay, it wasn't just me. I'm like, didn't we just do this? I feel like we just did this.
That's I'm like, is this going to be like Bizarro or something? Like a Bizarro or something? Is this going to be Gangbuster where he's going around?
We don't have Lex or Brainiac. Let's pray for Bizarro.
I know. So like what? So he's going around like, spoiler alert, like Gangbuster back in the day. So he's flying around in his sleep because he's all. Or he's not sleeping because Lois and John are gone. So when he passes out. And you're telling me, that communicator got busted. Nobody he knows can get in touch with Lois and John. Cyborg, nobody.
Not a Cyborg, especially. Like, come on. He's literally a living boom tube at this point. So.
Exactly. They gave him mother box tech. Yeah, he can't get a hold of them.
Convenient plot point is convenient. Like, at least the art was okay. The art has been consistently good, if not confusing.
Yeah. And again, if Lois and John are going to go with Jor-El, why
can we get that book then? Like, I don't care about single Superman setting fires in his sleep. Like, I don't. Can I just get Jor-El and Lois and little Johnny? Like,
and Clark's like, I can't go with them for 3 months. Why? The Justice League is here.
Yeah, exactly.
Supergirl, you have another Kryptonian. How? I mean, you're bringing that Supergirl book back, but even if you did it in Superman in Action Comics, say, hey, let's, wouldn't that be an interesting storyline? Be like, hey, Kara, now you're the number one, you have to step up. You have to be the number one hero for at least 3 months.
It would give Supergirl something to do and be interesting, at least.
Seriously, she, even if you just have her flying around going, oh my God, how does my cousin do this?
this point, we should just pull a soap opera and we should solicit fans to write DC. Like this. I'm being really serious. DC is it's literally burning to the ground around them, and I don't think they realize the issues that they're having. It started with the movies, and it seeped into the TV shows, and finally crap has hit the fan at the comic book level. Like, we were just rebounding with Rebirth. We take away the Rebirth label, and it's just like a slow sludge of poo coming down at us now.
And I know you don't like the comparison with Marvel, but at least with like Marvel with their TV shows and their movies, and when everything's like one universe, even if certain people don't interact, like the movies and the Netflix stuff, at least that's like, you know, you're giving people like a framework to work in. DC, I mean, I get it. It's nice. The idea is nice that you have this multiverse, but I think it waters stuff down sometimes.
Well, because they don't pick the right people to lead the right projects.
Well, that's the thing. They need a Kevin Feige or somebody to like. That's what Jeff Johns needs to be. He needs to be.
Like, as much as I love Jeff Johns, he could never be Kevin. Like, I'm just being real. They need somebody because he doesn't have experience in everything.
That's
like
fine.
He's a fanboy like us. Like, he could be like the checks and balances guy. Sure, like, hey, you're killing Black Canary on the Green Arrow show.
That's fine.
I don't think so.
Just bring in somebody who is the voice, who has a vision, who knows these characters. I mean, maybe
this is what I'm saying. We need to be like the soap operas at this point. Yeah. Matter of fact, all the DC fans should probably just pull our money and try to buy it from Warner Brothers at this point. I think that's the only thing, literally, that could save DC is the fans.
Or let's make it a 2-person team. You bring in some movie person who knows, you know, their stuff, and team them with Jeff Johns, who knows these characters.
Yeah, something. I'm just really shocked that they let Bendis do this with Superman. We were doing just perfectly fine without Bendis. I don't want to bash him like this, but it's Superman. This is like my guy. Like,
no, I mean, I said I liked some of Bendis' stuff, like his Daredevil, his Jessica Jones, his Miles Morales. I just never felt like
when they announced that he was going to be coming to DC, I'm just like, he just doesn't seem like a fit for DC. Like, his personality, how he writes his characters. Was
this like some kind of desperation play where they're like, okay, we need a big name. Okay, we can get Bendis.
I mean, we could have probably like Lord Todd McFarlane. I'm just saying, like, somebody like that for like 6 issues or something. Like, if we're gonna be doing stunts, if we're stunting, like, let's go hard. Like, I mean, who was really thinking, oh yeah, I can't wait for Bendis to write a DC book? I never said I.
And was that the thing? It was like, did Bendis agree? But he's like, you have to let me do what I want to do.
I was just like, like, I'm just being serious. There's like certain people that I just feel like don't necessarily mesh well with a DC style, and Ben, like, I could not believe it. Like, I was shocked to my core when they picked him.
Like I said, Bendis, when the street level stuff, he's fine, but when the power levels get too much, his writing kind of goes wonky.
Is Bendis married? Because I feel like he doesn't know what a healthy relationship looks like.
Yes, he is married. He has a bunch of kids, some adopted, some biological. Yes, he's married. That's what I'm saying. I mean, what does your wife think when you?
I know every female character gets shipped off or is a drunk or something. Like, I like I said, I'm gonna read Superman #1 because it's free for me. But I'm not excited for it. Like, I was like, okay, this is a new direction. I could jump in. Maybe, fall back in love with Superman. But I can't fall back in love with Superman. The Superman, it's something off about him. Maybe he's secretly bizarro or something. There has to be a twist. This is not the Superman that I know and love.
Well, like you said, he dumbed them down. And it's like, no, the Superman I know would either go with his family or be like, no, we're not coming.
It's just like with Supergirl in the TV show, the pilot. It's like, you're just going to dump her off at the Danvers? Like, this is your only family? Like, that's a thing. Like you're supposed to be the big blue Boy Scout. How about you, Razor, kind of thing?
Well, I had a Supergirl thought too about this storyline, because it's like, it would still be a corny storyline, but it would make more sense to me. Instead of Lois and John going into space, because Bendis wanted to get rid of them, what if Jor-El stayed with them for a while, and like they had to
teach him the ways of the humans.
Well, and like and then they introduce him to Perry, and everyone is like, oh, Clark found his biological father. He's alive.
That would be hilarious.
Basically like what they did with Martian Manhunter's father on Supergirl. They put a little different. Yeah.
that was a good storyline though. For the mess that was season 3 of Supergirl.
Basically, I mean, the way they painted him as Mr. Oz is like he saw the worst of humanity. Maybe, you know,
I did like John's freak out though.
Yes, about being.
I thought that was kind of like actually the most relatable he's been for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did love the little, it was a lot of dialogue, but about the goatee that we really know is the evil you.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, mirror, mirror.
Clark
one point for Bendis door.
Clark should have been like, you know what? We might have to worry about Damian, but you're fine. Don't worry about you.
Oh, we should all be worried about Damian.
Yes.
I cannot wait for that book, by the way. 12 issues is just going to go by, I have a feeling.
So is that coming out after John gets back, or is that going to be not in?
Isn't it supposed to be coming out in like August or something like that? Or is it further away?
Let me look, because I didn't remember the date, but so is Bendis going to bring them back fast? That's
he's not writing it though, right? It's tomorrow.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Is it going to be like set before this happened, after this happened?
We don't really have a continuity. Let's just be real. Writers do what they want when they want, especially like with the Justice League teams and stuff. So I'm not really worried about that.
Mr. Bendis, you want to clean this up? Do a time jump from Man of Steel 6 to what's the next one? Superman 1.
There's no time jump.
And have them come back.
Because it's already written. Like, I think the first 4 issues should be written for Superman already.
Probably.
So,
well, it should be.
Well, it's DC and they do have delay problems. But no, Superman has pretty much been kind of on time for the most part. I can't remember the last time it was delayed.
Oh, wait. The first headline I Googled it. DC's new Super Sons Maxi series will take place in the past.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
12-issue maxi series. No, the official title is Adventures of the Super Sons. We'll begin this August. Written by Tomasi, art by Carlo Barberi, and Art Thibert.
Yeah, I thought it was August. I remember stuff sometimes.
One thing that fans might not be prepared for, however, is that it won't be pushing the saga of the Super Sons forward. It will be taking place in the past.
I mean, they're like 10. How far in the past can we go? I
know. Well, I'm assuming right before Bendis' reign.
Yeah, I know.
You know what this probably is?
It's just a wrap up.
Well, I was going to say it's probably what they had planned for the series going forward, because they probably would have if Bendis hadn't rubbed his Bendis over everything.
Bendis.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what?
Like I said, like I'm not that crazy about Byrne's number 6. I'd give it a solid like B. But like I said, it was consistent. It wrapped up perfectly, and it, like I said, it sums up who Superman.
It's Shakespeare.
Who he wanted Superman to be, and how he was up until a certain point.
It's Shakespeare next to Bendis's. But I mean, you said
the squirrel poop next to my tree is Shakespeare compared to this at this point.
I know. But so you said the Bendis stuff isn't doing the numbers they hoped it would?
I had a source that has been saying that since issue 2.
Nice.
And I guess he was right. And I said, well, duh, it's Bendis.
Like
it's not the Superman that we want.
Superman number 1 might jump a little bit just because it's a number 1. But after that, it's probably going to come down. You know what? Everyone, pump your money into this Adventures of the Super Sons. Like I've been saying since Convergence, and it worked, and we got back the Superman that we wanted. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm only at this point buying Green Arrow, Deathstroke, and Aquaman. And you know what? I'm willing to give this when Supergirl comes back, give it a try. I had dropped that, but I'm only because it's a new creative team, I believe. Right? Yeah. So I'm willing to give it a try. I just like, as much as like I hate it. I think the actual Supergirl series that they were doing that was kind of related to the TV show did a little better, but then the team that was with that, they couldn't like keep up, is why that got dropped so quickly, because it was digital first and all that. Well, it's very weird. They kind of wanted to be the TV show. I mean, Catco, but it was like secret. Like it was like Flash season 0, where there's like these little missions, and then in the end they couldn't keep with the continuity. It was the TV show, but like she was a teenager though. Yeah, because she was in school. She wasn't. I think she had an internship at Catco. But yeah. They're trying to get the young kids. I don't blame them. I mean, those are the guys that are going to buy the digital first. More likely. Yeah. A lot of time, those digital first used to be only like 99 cents to $1.99.
So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I'm gonna give this Bendis like a C-. I mean, at least he did answer the question. It's kind of sort of logical if you know Bendis. We were all expecting them to be sent away. We kind of called it, like he's gonna ship them off.
In issue 6, we knew
as
we'd get the
Bendis
answer.
does. Yeah.
And I told you last page, I told you we would get a blurb that says to be continued in Superman.
It was unavoidable.
Mm-hmm.
Unavoidable. I do want to shout out. I did like the ads in this book though.
Yes.
So.
But I mean,
oh wait, you read digital. I actually have the hard copy, so it's like I'm reverse this week.
I'll have the hard copy next week.
I
tomorrow.
If those digitals have ads or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the hard copies tomorrow. But that's the other thing. I mean, DC Comics. I mean, UPS really mess with your numbers this week too, because my store didn't get their books on this week on Wednesday. Even he was open. The guy was open, ready to sell them, and they're just like, oh yeah, they're somewhere on the dock. We'll get them tomorrow.
I would sue for lost sales. I'm just saying. I
know. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they're messing with the business. I mean, DC's business, like they're going to notice. But yeah, I mean, the small business owner.
I mean, I would expect that from FedEx, but not UPS.
On 4th of July, too. I mean, everyone, like most people are off. I mean, at least here in America, and
Don't rub it in. I have to go back to work after this.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I have. See, this is the nice thing though. I have a 90-minute lunch, and I only work like 15 minutes away from work. So, you guys get like 30, maybe an hour if you're lucky.
So nice.
And it's not even a federal law to have like lunch in America. I'm just saying. Corporations do it so employees don't get restless, but they don't have to give it to you.
That wonderful Canada, man. They let her off the pole for 90 minutes.
I wish. I love cash.
Nothing stopping you.
My pride and dignity. Anyway,
what is that?
Give this Bendis.
Look at this show. Well, who has pride here? Dignity.
I know, we're just such a mess. Because you're a nice one, Phil. So
I'll give it the C- too. That's probably the lowest grade I've given this so far, and I think that's generous. Just the whole thing with Lois and John angered me. Did you see Supergirl did exactly what I said? Beam them to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. We could have done that in issue 2 and done something else. Is my point.
I know. And Superman's like, oh, well, that's just that's just temporary. Fix, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll buy you time. Instead of him blowing up the Earth right now. But you would think after Doomsday, wouldn't Superman be more cautious? Like, okay, I can't physically stop this guy. Okay, well, let's imprison him for a while till we figure out.
Can't we get like Cyborg and Batman on that or no?
Oh, and you know what? It's very convenient that communicator was destroyed, because not only do we not even get a call from Lois and John, but Superman can call Jor-El and say, hey, have you ever heard of Rogol Zaar?
Convenient plot point is convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Superman. You know what though? A lot of casuals seem to like it. So maybe Superman will live on the casuals and the diehards will just kind of come back after Bendis leaves.
I mean, it's happy. I mean, I'm happy if it brings in new readers, but I mean,
you know what? I'm just going to be a curmudgeon and say screw new readers.
Well, I mean, it's a big business. I mean, you want to
If you want to jump on something new, go to Dark Horse, go to Image. We don't need that crap over here.
I mean, any successful business, you got to bring the kids in.
But you got to keep repeat business at the same time.
True.
Comic books. Comic books is one of those businesses. One of the only businesses left on repeat business, to be quite honest.
I was going to say, between us and all the reviews I've seen, yeah, long-term readers, it seems like he's alienating them.
Yeah. So do the kids even know about Bendis? Like, honestly, like the way that they hyped it up, it was just like.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around now for how many?
I'm just trying to think of something young and hip he's written that would like really bring the kiddies in.
Unless Miles Morales or Jessica Jones.
Miles Morales, maybe.
Yeah,
but he didn't really do that good of a job at a certain point with Miles. Like, there's a couple of like times where I was really furious with the Miles decisions.
But if anything, if his brings in the younger people, I think it's going to be Miles.
All right.
So I don't think everything else is just, that first Jessica Jones book was like mature, for mature audiences. So.
Which means the kids definitely read it. I was reading Swamp Thing when I had no business reading Swamp Thing. So, and the MA Green Arrow, as a matter of fact, too, now that I think about it. Nothing says for the kids like MA. Like, that's what I love about the TV system. It's just like, oh, language, sex, violence? Yes, please.
That was the big thing, I think, in his first Jessica Jones run is Jessica and Luke having the forbidden sex.
Sex is bad, okay?
Well,
that's according to TV, especially Angel, which you can learn about on Angel Chronicles.
Well, especially when you put it somewhere. Yeah.
Talk about hiding the salami. Hey-o!
Luke came over to see Jessica, knocked on the back door, said, "Hey, let me in."
Just a mess. We're gonna get canceled if we're not careful. Rob might actually get curious.
Rob might actually. Wait a second. Why are people complaining about this show I never listened to?
Anyway, let's just. So we will review Superman #1.
Yeah.
Sorry, Philip. Yeah.
Okay.
We have to.
Yeah, we should review some new stuff. And
I prefer the old stuff, but Superman #1. I need to see where he's going.
Well, we're gonna mix old and new, so.
But I really can't wait to get into Venom and No Man's Land. Especially if Gotham's going to be doing a take on No Man's Land. Like, I'm really curious about their crazy, insane take on No Man's Land.
Yes.
And can I get in on that last episode of Gotham when you and Kelly and Tyler review?
Sure, I was going to offer, please.
Yes.
Oh, please. You were like our go-to fill-in.
Like, I can't wait for it's the last season, so that I just feel like they're gonna go insane. And like, yes. When Gotham goes insane is when it's best.
Oh yeah, you were our unofficial fourth member, of course.
Anyway, let's get out of here. This ends Bendis Watch
for now.
You will probably hear us say Bendis quite a lot if you watch Capes and Lunatics.
Bendis.
So get ready.
It ends Bendis Watch for now.
Countdown to when he's fired.
So we'll get to Superman #1, and like we said, we're gonna review old stuff, new stuff. Email us. What do you want to see? What do you think about what we review? Capes and Lunatics.
Tell them. Email them.
Mr. and Mrs. X. Yes. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that. Capes and Lunatics at gmail.com. On Facebook, Comic Capers. And at Comic Capers Pod on Twitter, and at CL Sidekicks on Twitter, and I even follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on the gram.
Yeah, we're young and hip, yo. All right, Miss Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you? Not off in deep space, but where?
If you nerds want to fight me, Outlaw Hellfire. If you want to talk swearing, Superman and Smallville, Save Me Podcast, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. And also check out the website, somebodysaveme.net.
And any comic creators, if you want to talk to us, you can email me.
Want to have fun, like Kelly Thompson.
We'll even talk to you, Mr. Bendis. Please explain some of your decisions to us. NightwingPDP at gmail.com. And email, nightwingpdp at gmail.com, and on Twitter I am at nightwingpdp.
I was gonna say, I know you don't drink, Phil, but it is the 4th.
It's very hot. All right, everyone, join us next episode, which we'll be getting tomorrow on the podcast, and in a few minutes on YouTube. Subscribe and follow on YouTube pays off.
You're invited to a wedding, and no, it's not mine.
Of course not. Batman special doubleheader, Batman 50 and Catwoman #1.